his strategy until finals, and maybe posting up here and there, but doing it every single game for 6 to 8 has allowed this to happen. And funnily enough, it's like you are encouraging growth within the team because you're like, well, if we want to get past the bridge, we need to get better at bridge crossing. And the Infinity now have it pretty much down to a pat. So if 6 to 8 ever want to do this in the finals, it's probably not going to work out.
6 to 8 are being pounded right now as well. Infinity, they finally managed to win this bridge fight and they are out for blood. They paid the price too many times to let this one lie. Uzi over the top, Logan as well, and trapped in the L bend there in the corner, just being burned from one end and then being smoked out into danger all around. One player now standing just to him. That nade should do the trick. One spray down, but it's going to be all too easy nade to put the final nail in the coffin for 6 to 8. They'll be thinking twice about going for that bridge gap again.
Yeah, I mean, Sinan was choking on smokes and grenades in there, so I don't think he was long for this one regardless of what happened. Take a quick look at the circle. Oh, yes, thank you very much, observer. Sends it over to Pachinki. This is where a lot of the action has been occurring, actually. You've got Neva Galaxy Reject on the western side. You've got Nova playing a 4-man, well, 2-2 split at the moment between either side of the northwest of Pachinki. But there's a lot of players around here. Now, I don't think it's 100% certain to drop down towards Pachinki, John, but there's I think probably at least half the players in the lobby down towards the southeast side. So if we get a northwest circle and FaZe can continue to hold on to Everest, they've done it before and they've done it fairly nicely before. It could be a good game for FaZe.
I mean, James is certainly hoping so. Stalwart. As well, they'll take next circle about to pop blank. We'll see where that's going to shift.
It will be really important because, we'll either have a very scrappy game towards the northwest, or we'll have, there we go, there's a scrappy game for you. And I like this from FaZe because they've got a 2-2 split on top of the mountain on Everest, as well as the beautiful compound just down towards the southeast of it. So they're holding multiple positions and ready for anything. I would say that moving down that compound now with the guys on top of Everest might be a wise idea, considering you've got Cryptic as well as Emma's Chumburi vying for position on Everest. Just leave them to it. Take something safer in this situation.
Sadie moving across the program, naturally fairly successfully. Through a very treacherous part of the map as well. I feel like there might be a little bit of a traffic jam here in Bruin, so Black just moved up.
Downward gaming heading into this area. Again, there's a load of trees around here, so there is ability to kind of go unnoticed with the ruins that are available as well. There's a lot of sneaky areas. It's the getting in which is the difficult part. I like Stalwart's rotation here, heading all the way up to the north side of Rozok, and they're going to come in towards Box Compound. They will encounter Rico and the team on the way. Genesis Dogma not having the best of days today. I think that fight between them and FaZe was phenomenal earlier on in Erangel, where it was basically Sitar and Daybot. So, you still have those glimmers of ridiculous excellence from this team. But again, it's just the point scoring hasn't been up there. And I think that Erangel is definitely the place to do it. Just a bit curious of what's going on.
Bigatron moving into a compound held by 2 of the Reject players right now. There's a little bit of a split for Reject, and they can come for the regroup, and in fact they will. First knock goes their way. Luxy on the ridge line. Actually not managed to get their first knock. Sorry, I thought that was going down, but there we go. Only Zucks into 4. Pidgey still alive. 3 players on the forefront. Reject actually leaving someone back as well. They don't even want to put all of their eggs into this basket, and nade in through the window. Not going to quite land. It's a little bit further behind there, but that one will certainly do the job. He'll play very well.
Take Zuxi down, send another one through. Know the general location because he would have seen the hit marker on that. Luxi coming through on the backside. I think we're going to try Reject right now kind of are their kryptonites. It's a bit awkward. It's a nice one-time from Yuhai Boy, which opens things up. Luxi trying to go for that flank on the right-hand side. You can see him there. There might be possibility. I think it's now down to Duello and Divine, and Sarah really needs to get his butt over here because things are not going well.
Needs to regroup. So actually now into the fray, but Yuhai spotted it. What a switch up there. There's the nade from Luxi as well, just pushing onto that tree. 2 players from Reject now standing in this compound. Still alive for Bigatron. Smuxy moves forwards around the side of the hay bales, takes a little bit of damage, and there's another player up for the fight, but not going to be able to make it happen. Only a sliver of HP, and Divine's on the swivel as well, spraying in through the window, but finally gets dispatched there. As the spray around the side not going to quite land for him. UI gets the final deal, and will be able to trump it on out against Reject.
That was a great deal as well. No handshakes involved though, because all of your poor guys on Reject were eliminated in that situation. I think now this really is a phase game. Rico Infinity are looking to pass by their compound and perhaps move into it, in fact. But they're being cautious about it. I think for FaZe though, they are so good when it comes to holding circles that they own. They're very patient, I say. They never push anything that they don't have to. And more a case that it's kind of that rising tide that slowly but surely will become a monstrous force towards the end of the game. And I like that from FaZe. So I think that there's a lot of teams that try to go for flashy plays, but FaZe is more just along the lines of let's make it happen even if it takes a while.
Towards long sling rotation. Moves up to the top of Everest against MS Chomburi. Two of them get sat down, but Scry's in for the long haul there. Pika now last standing though. His backup comes through. Players standing now for MS Chomburi. Regroup for Stalwart. Jasper coming on in. This is a good movement from MS Chomburi. The question is how fast can Stalwart get back together? How fast can those pieces be picked up? It looks like MS Chomburi gonna save one of their players there. Top getting healed on out. Scry going to get naded out here. They know these positions with the regroup from Jasper. That position was spotted out, and the nade is good and long. And will find the damage.
Man, that's so sad. They're actually getting the res through onto action. But he gets taken down mid-res. Now it's a 2v2 though, John. Top looking to find TJ13. This hit one hits the second as well. That's top things for you.
Stalwart relying now on top of the front man with the score in hand, looking for the spray, gets it done, and the backup for the backline for Pika. Excellently found. Beautiful stuff from Stalwart to stay alive, but they are down to 2 blank on a tricky descent towards FaZe.
It's so curious. Like, I think that they weren't sure that MSC were going to be up in that position. And I think when you look at that fight, objectively, Stalwart looks so much the better team. Their ability to make plays, Scry's just peeking up above and peeking back down again. Mechanically, these guys are incredibly gifted. I think that might just be the case because they've made that Rozok push. They have absolutely no information on this circle, so they just get caught in trap. Obviously, we didn't see the context to that fight, but that fight does make, surprisingly, Stalwart look pretty strong despite losing 2 players.
The nice guys pushing up to 4 rivals now. Blue zone at their back, so they need to make this push work. Blank. Swing out wide, but it's a really rocky uphill battle there. Not quite landing that nade in through the window either. There was the smoke just to cut off those sidelines. Continue to move through Bobble Nade Field. That one went right through the top. Right through the top there.
Interestingly enough, they've managed to get in. 4th zone, though, will tick very hard. I think on top's just going to go down immediately. Yeah, Pambura hits it.
Zero Love not quite going to be able to escape the sidelines, but actually Rico Infinity team starting to come into this one can prove tricky for 4 rivals who have lost 2 around the edge there, and Deadeye's guys doing work against this squad on the whole. Northeastern side of hot men of action right now as they manage to wrest control of the church back. 2 players alive for them, sending for the hills, spray. This is an open side buggy, and the 4 rivals get dispatched. Flag, that didn't go the way I thought it would. Rico Infinity now on the go.
I think Rico Infinity is just a very, very quick push from them and a very intelligent one as well. Vile Rides 4 rivals should have won that fight versus the guys from Deadeye's guys. But I think it's Rico Infinity which caused problems. Satar tries to get it out of the way of that grenade. It's very close to him, just force him over the top, just to give him a little bit of space to breathe.
A little bit of a sitter there. Marshall also suppressing the ridge line from across the way, the foothills of Everest. Needing to be descended from now. FaZe are going to have to leave their compound with the circle shifts out to the east. Infinity trying to strike out that way as well, but they're being cut down as they move. At the moment, DXaver and Bigatron down 1 key as well on the eastern side, looking pretty solid, but Nova slap bang in the middle.
Cryptics just getting torn apart as they come through, looking like paper mache. FaZe though, lose a couple. MR5 goes low, Lazy Boy down, and now just a possible for FaZe. FaZe is practically imperative at this point in time with the push they have to make. It does leave it a little bit open, but with Cryptics out on the roadside like that, I don't think that they'll play in this Arango for much longer.
Infinity eliminated Logan, the last player, taken down now. 6 limbs already for Bigatron on the south side, and they're moving up to this right in the center of the map as well. Getting a lot of position. Cryptics eliminated now to boot, with 7 teams remaining.
Nova's really been pushing it today. I think that might be a product of that 1v3 they got done against them by Happy from 4 rounds in that first game, purely because they are kind of trying to push it as hard as they can. They kind of put them into these awkward scenarios sometimes. I'm okay with it considering Nova's been such a quiet team for this entire tournament, just getting points where they can, and finally they're trying to control the zones. I'm okay with it as long as we continue to see these improvements. Out of the vehicle there, I think with Galaxy with 4. There's an awkward push now, like I said, FaZe to get down from there. Everyone's looking at your position, but you got to be careful if you're Enigma taking these open fights.
Bigatron capitalised really very nicely, allow FaZe to get back up short, but now they're both sort of locked and slowed on that northwestern edge. So it's good news for Bigatron, who have a very wide split. The next circle shifts almost entirely onto them.
I mean, for Bigatron, yes, with 3 players and Liquid in the mix, maybe there's a chance here. I think that they're likely going to be the last people that anyone has to fight, so they have a lot of time to just chill in this location. DXavier, I think, surprisingly got down to 2 players. They were one of the only teams with 4 towards the beginning of this one. Down 1, Enigma Galaxy Nova still sitting pretty with all their members on board.
Crosshairs on the ridge line, sends a shot in, but it's not going to land. Infinity team lose their last player. Space on pushing. Nova's still in their way. Enigma Galaxy looking to crunch as well. Jaws try and slam shut, but teeth evaded for the meantime in FaZe.
Paraboy. KS there on silence. Tony K has no idea where he's been shot from. Looks towards the window. Has spotted something. This is really good call-outs coming from them. K will go down from Ralph. Enigma Galaxy is just trying to push up on these guys as much as possible. I think they think that FaZe has found an opening and now they want a bit of the action.
DXavier, they managed to get the knock onto Luxy there, but frankly now the last player standing for the squad. 2 players from Bigatron, and it feels like their hold just got a lot weaker, right? Without Luxy on the back, with those long-range suppressions, and actually now just having Yuhai getting knocked as well, Bigatron's reign over this circle could be coming to an end. FaZe looking to move in from that northwestern side, but Nova are just shutting them out at every turn. They have something to handle it.
Playing it out very nicely. It's awkward though. Jimmy though with the swivel will hit it around, finds the final player from FaZe. Now Nova continue has to push in. This is good stuff though. Enigma Galaxy up on Liquid's position. It's absolutely ripped apart. That's BTR now out. Nova, Enigma Galaxy, DXavier, and Down 1 Gaming. This might be a really good chance for career here. They have 4 members up and waiting to push into this. Maybe they won't have to rob this victory. Maybe they can secure it the legal way.
Certainly a fairly crucial game for them as well, towards the bottom of the tables for the Down 1 here. Excellent point scoring potential with the numbers to be able to make it happen. Nova trapped on the edge. If they can work with Enigma Galaxy to just control that area, that zone, but looks like there's no accords being struck right now. They're every team for themselves. The circle moves actually towards Enigma Galaxy.
Enigma Galaxy could be happy about this one. Somehow they managed to keep all their players up. It's been rough though. I think a lot of them are down. Sadly, this is why Down 1 here is towards the bottom of the tables, is that they are just crumbling under the might of Nova at the moment.
That's brutal. That is brutal. The nades just keep pouring down, and that is Down 1 here eliminated from the game. 3 teams remaining, and only 1 team with everybody standing. It's going to be Nova looking to potentially just grab a whole bunch of points again. This is a team who is further down the tables than they might have otherwise liked. I mean, they were sat, I think at the start of this game, they were sat down towards the low end of the qualifying teams, so they just want to see themselves safer if they can. DXavier going down, and now it's Nova versus Enigma Galaxy.
Enigma Galaxy has been on a tear this past couple
situation now that they're going to have to try and re-stabilize from. Two players for either side as Order on the flank did get taken down. The res available here for Nova. Not looking like it's available though on the flip side for Nick Galaxy. So it's going to be a 3 versus 2, but make that one as Ralph now last up to bat finds King around the side. Plenty of HP, but his helmet's low as well. Drops for the shot, but the spray from Paraboy on the iron sight pays the iron price. Nova take the chicken dinner.
I think that is actually one thing. The Paraboys have been rocking the iron sights on the AKM all game. Like, what is happening? You know what makes me really happy though, John, is that Paraboy is performing. When I first heard about this guy way back when, it was like he was hyped up to be the biggest thing. I watched him PAL, he looked pretty damn good, and then you watch him PMGC and I was like, wow, you know, he's not the greatest in the world. I feel like a lot of his other teammates are doing a lot of the work. Comes into PMGC with his fires just re-burning at the highest temperature. I am so impressed by Paraboy. And it's nice to see the face, you know, and the name lives up to the skin again.
Absolutely. I mean, it's phenomenal as well because he's been part of the conversation basically since the first, like, PMCO was being launched, right? I remember him topping the tables in Berlin. Everybody started adding boy to the end of their name because he was doing so well. It was actually incredible. And the fact that he's still going at the top of the game for so long now, I think it's phenomenal. The guys are nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a strong game as well coming through from Nova. They're getting a fair few points on the cards for themselves. And this should suit them pretty for today, to be honest with you. If they get a couple more good games, maybe tomorrow or even the next couple of games as well, they could just secure themselves into the finals just like that. And I mean, Imperium was saying it, I've got to agree with him, is that you can't count Nova out. Like, they did this last PMGC, which is the case of, let's take a quick break, not do Super Weekend 2, and we'll come back strong for Super Weekend 3, and then win the finals. So you've got to be scared of this team. Luckily for us, it is not just a one-horse race anymore though. We have some really, really strong teams from several different regions also battling out here in the PMGC.
Absolutely. There's so many other teams going for it. There's so many other teams towards the bottom of the tables going for it. Bigotron as well, another team that you feel like you can never quite count out. I feel like they are that Super Weekend team, right? But they weren't quite able to hold on to that stuff. Instead, Nova from the north will be able to sweep it clean. It's going to be a great result for them. I think they might have been able to beat out Tom Jabal now, sat above the tables. We'll have to wait and see and look at those tables a little bit later as we head over to the Jets.
Yes, indeed. There is that chance they're able to surpass them, and now TJB, if that did happen, are getting more and more worried throughout all these matches, seeing teams start to rise up, start to pass them and knock them further down this leaderboard. So we can see here, speaking of leaderboards, 31 for them. I think that's one of their biggest games they've had yet here at PMGC 21.
Yeah, there's a big difference between them being center of these later circles compared to them being center in the first circle in Arundel, right? Where the terrain is very, very different. They're able to play this a little bit more stably compared to being in the center early, as well as being pretty compared before. But yeah, and Nova, very, very impressive stuff, especially going up against Nigma towards the end that I thought was going to, cast a little black hole on the position of Nova, but not too big, despite having a great result in the previous game, Jason.
Yeah, good result the last game. Unfortunately, our pick here, Tarzan, didn't do as well as Claris's. We only got 5 points with Stalwart Esports, but to be fair, FacePlan didn't really finish off, and it seems like your prediction is just a little bit delayed, Claris, since you had Nova in the last match. But Paraboy.
Ooh, 100%